we back, and 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 we back.
Welcome back to the 2-Minute Warning. I'm Francesco Terranova alongside Alec Oppenheim, and today we'll be discussing some standout teams in the MLB up to this point in the season. So to start off, we're going to talk about the New York Yankees, who have definitely come out of this year with a much brighter hope than they had going into it, with all the young stars that they do have, not expecting them to have the chemistry that they have as of right now. What are your thoughts on the Yankees so far this year, led by Aaron Judge and Gary Sanchez?
I don't really think Gary. They've been good. They've done a lot better than I thought they would this year. They were very underwhelming last year. I think they could be a postseason team this year, and I think they're going to win the wild card game and lose in the first or second round of the playoffs.
Yeah, definitely a postseason team. Not sure how far they'll actually go in it, but they are leading in many offensive categories, at least in the top 3 in RBIs, home runs, and overall average as a team, not even just individual players. Moving on, we're going to talk about the Washington Nationals, who have really jumped out onto the scene, which I think they didn't do necessarily last year like was expected because their pitching staff and offense both suffered many injuries. But this year, everything seems to be there, and Bryce Harper is back to his MVP self as the Nationals are leading as the top on the top spot in every offensive category that you could really name besides stolen bases. What are your thoughts on the Nationals up to this point in Bryce Harper?
Yeah, Bryce Harper has been amazing. It's almost like he took a year off last year. I mean, he had an MVP season, then I don't know
2015.
Then he fell off a cliff 2016, and now he's back to that MVP caliber season. I mean, he's absolutely extraordinary this year. He's done everything he needs to do to get this team back to where they should be in the postseason.
Yeah, and moving on from the Nationals, staying in the National League, we're going to talk about the Colorado Rockies, who no one really expected, especially considering in their home stadium seems to be impossible to pitch there. But they are leading their division right now, led by offensive studs like Nolan Arenado, Carlos Gonzalez, and Trevor Story when he comes back healthy, who is injured at the moment. But they're in the top 10, again, for every offensive category, and their pitching has been there as well. As recently they had their pitcher have a perfect game going into, I believe, the 6th or 7th inning. So everything's just been working for the Rockies, and as long as this holds, I could see them definitely making a run later in the postseason. How about you, Alec?
Yeah, I mean, having a perfect game through 6 in that ballpark, that's pretty impressive. But Trevor Story, he's been very underwhelming this year. He has not done what he's expected to do. I mean, especially coming off a strong 2016 season last year before being plagued with injuries. I don't really believe in him right now until he proves himself a little bit more.
Yeah, I think the key for the Rockies will be their bullpen, as they're buying into what the Yankees are using and have used for the past few years, using that bullpen, as they do lead the league in saves as of right now. That's all from the 2-Minute Warning. We'll see you in the next installment of The Drill.
Work, 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 bang, turtle, bang, twerk, 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 bang.